Didn't turn my other light on because I'm a fucking idiot. Hold on. Weird. It's like my other light isn't even on. That's bizarre. That's weird. So I got kind of a bright light coming in the well, I've got my curtain down and everything, but the sun is like fucking right there. And this light's just not baller enough. It just doesn't have it. I gotta get a new light for this. Do it again now. Big nothing but mammals. This guy's awesome. I found this guy on YouTube. By the way, hi. Welcome to the show. We got a good show. Good show. Found this guy. I might be living under a rock for some people. You'll have to excuse me. I'm still getting out of work mode. Kind of rushed in here and everything else. So we're just hanging out today, by the way. Sorry, before I get into the new things I found. We're hanging out today with Oracle Sound and just the NAM caps for now. I shouldn't have said just NAM caps because, you know, NAM caps isn't going to draw a crowd. I should have just said, come listen to some sick tones. That's what I should have probably done. Oracle Sound, by the way, if you've not been... If you haven't seen their ads on Facebook by now, they've got some pretty successful like I gotta say, I see the ads a lot. And Xander on our team here, on our amazing team, he can you guys not fight? Good lord. I have cats that we have this one amazing bed that all the cats want to sleep in, to where like 3 cats will try to just sleep in it at once and pile on each other until one of them gets pissed off and starts a fucking thing, and then everybody scatters, and then one cat's left in there like, well, yeah, this is awesome. I got my own fucking space now. Woo! One of the cats uses the other cat like a body pillow, I'm not even kidding. When it gets cold in here, it's like he snuggles right up to him and just holds him like a body pillow. It's hilarious. Anyways, we're hanging out with Oracle Sound today. I believe Jay is going to be along with us shortly. I don't know. It's actually kind of insane that he's going to be here because he's in Australia, and we actually led the show off today with a Canadian band, covering a very famous Australian song, Australia. Yeah, it's kind of fun, eh? And man, one of my new favorite guitar tones lately, you guys know we do tone breaks here, and we got to do a tone break. Sorry. Holy fuck. That tone is perfect. But the funny thing is, I haven't listened to the song with headphones all that often. In fact, this is the first time. So I've mostly been listening to it on my monitors in my drastically untreated room here. And I haven't really been able to hear both guitar tones super clearly on their own. I'm just listening to them now on their own. And man, you may never know sometimes, like I always suggest people, don't get too crazy with your standalone tones because you could have two of the greatest tones you've ever heard. And then when you blend them in a mix, they could sound like ass together, or even not show up. So you really need to be careful with your right and your left. Your quad tracking, you're going to use two tones. I don't suggest you use four tones when you quad track. Probably just 2 tracks with one tone, 2 tracks with another tone is probably the better idea. Please no, you just take them. I can't do it. Thank you so much. We got to take the ball today. It'll drive me nuts. Anyways, I'm on my phone. Just got to work. Brother, you're at work and you're talking about your other work. That's madness, brother. So by the way, thanks so much for being here with us as you are in Australia. And as I was trying to explain to everybody else that, thank you very much. Appreciate you. I will give you a nice, I'm going to give you a flip. Yeah, I'm talking to everybody else. They understand that we do live streams here in a live setting. I'm in a house with things, moving parts. I don't have a little hole in my basement. I wish I did. In fact, that's my dream. One of my dreams in life is to have a place where I can have a hole in my basement. Anyway, we are here. Thank you so much for being here. The time zones are insane. And even for just Pedro to be here, or a lot of people on the staff to be here for these streams, they could have to stay up quite late. But for Australia, it's like literally the other side of the earth for me. And once upon a time, I had friends in Australia, and I remember what it was like trying to chat with them online. And it was not very easy. You had to, someone was staying up to some sort of, or waking up at some sort of irrational hour. And I am impressed. Thanks so much for joining us, dude. I'm not sure. He was mentioning he wanted to. Do you want to do the thing we were discussing? Just the yay, the thumbs up or thumbs down. Let me know. Anyways, guys, let's liven this up. Ibanez Paul Gilbert. This is my baby. Yep, this is Gilbert. This is a PGM 301 with the original PAF Pro up here in the neck, and in the back you have the amazing and the wonderful DiMarzio Evolution. I swapped them out but I was lucky enough to find. You won't find another pickup. You won't find another company that has a finish like the matte white. The matte white from DiMarzio is just on another. It's on another level. You could go ahead and get matte white from any other company. It will not look the same as DiMarzio matte white. And actually, this paint job looks so superb because DiMarzio and Ibanez just have this thing where they work together, and they have this thing like this matching thing just down packed. And this guitar, the PAF Pro that was in the bridge is not great for metal. PAFs are amazing for a lot of things, but in the bridge position for modern metal, it's probably not going to get you as far as you need to go. Not chonky enough. However, today we are using some of the chunk, and I have not tested any of these ahead of time. I just want to note that. I have not tested any of this ahead of time. I am just going to go straight into the Oracle stuff, and we're just going to give her. Yeah, he's got another ball, folks. He's coming after us. Where are you getting these balls? It's our own fault. We've engineered our own demise with this one because we bought him a lot of them. And it's like that. If you've ever seen that Stevie Ray Vaughan video where his wife keeps smashing his guitars, it's boomer shit. I don't know if you guys know Stevie Ray or not. I don't know. If people still worship Stevie, or the old SRV like we always did, like everyone did at one point, or should. But yeah. Paul Gilbert. Man, it's super nice to have you. So we're going to be testing everything today. We are going to be testing everything today with NAMM Universal. It's not, and we discussed this ahead of time. Slow stream today, 6 people. We got to just like goose this. It's Friday, folks. Come on. Hopefully some of our boys end up in here, as I'm not usually on till about 4:30, but I really wanted to get in here early today and have a good time. So, I don't want to squirrel brain too much because I'm already squirrel braining because I'm just on a million trains of thought. But we're using WaveMind, NAMM Universal today. We're using this lovely guitar right here in front of you. And we're just going to kind of go over some of the packs inside the Oracle NAMM packs, rather. And then also on the other side of that, remember, he believe it's a one-man operation over there. One fella operation. Could be wrong. There may be more. There may be more. But yeah. He's got some plugins as well, and the plugins will come tomorrow when we're going to do this sort of, we're going to do a thing next, that or maybe next Friday I'll do it, because tomorrow I really want to lay into Multi-Drive Pedal Pro from Audify. Nils Rollback, I was just talking about you with the dude from Mindsinger. All right. Way too much. Let's dial that back. Oh, I dropped it down to A. I was like, what's going on here? This is in B flat, by the way. Anyways, where I was going with the SRV thing, the cat with the ball. Stevie Ray Vaughan's wife in the video smashes his guitars because she hates that he plays so much guitar. So he's like in the video, he's all singing this song, and all she just takes it and smashes it and takes it and smashes it, takes another one and smashes it. And he keeps pulling new ones out of like the couch, behind the door, and under the plant or the TV or whatever. And that's what this cat does. He has them strategically placed around the house so that when we take the odd one away, he's just like, nah, fuck you guys. I got like 30 more of these things hidden all over this motherfucker. I'm going to find all of them, and I'm going to destroy your lives tonight just for taking one of those balls from me. All right, so we've got NAMM Universal, which, as I mentioned yesterday in the stream, that is no longer available. Pardon me. As I mentioned yesterday in the stream, this is getting an overhaul, a facelift. This is getting a whole bunch of things. Facelift, that we are toying with some freemium ideas. We realize that to use NAMM captures, people are now, like with all these paid packs from like Oracle Sound, Strange Angles, Loudstack, and a bunch of other companies that are creating these premium NAMM captures. When I say premium, you're thinking, well, what's the difference? NAMM captures, NAMM capture. It most certainly is not. There's not even a chance where that's a thing. Let me turn this light on, guys. I think it's going to make a difference. We got Professional City over here. You guys like my destroyed chair? You must love it. Hey, look, he keeps getting new balls, and she keeps taking them, and he keeps finding new ones. All right. So, but people that are looking for these to go and buy these packs, that are purchasing these high quality packs, these are being purchased, and so people want a good loader. And I believe And I'm not just saying this because I am, was part of the development team or anything like that, but I do feel that this is the best NAM loader out there. However, I will give it to Oracle Audio. Sorry, I want to say Oracle Audio. I've said it 3 times already. Oracle Sound. Thank you very much. Got to fix that. It'll happen. All right. So anyways, the one that Oracle Sound has released has tons of swagger. It looks cool as shit, and it operates just fine, and it functions great. There's nothing in the world wrong with it. So give it a shot. No problems there. However, on the other side of things, this is the one that this is my preferred NAM player, if you will, of choice, and I really do like this one. It just has everything I need under one roof. But that being said, there will be some changes made to it. And one of those changes is going to be high low pass filters. There's going to be an EQ added, as you guys saw, and a few other small things. And then we are debating whether there will be a freemium edition, whether you're going to be able to purchase add-ons or not. Things that we're discussing. So let me know in the comments how you guys feel, or do you guys feel there's a better player out there than NAM Universal? If you know of a better player, let me know. I would love to test it. It's not a thing. If I find a better one, I'll use the better one. Of course, then I would be motivated to want to make NAM Universal better, which we already are. So it should be fun. Not boosted at all. I'm trying to get a good tone. Jay, are the amp captures, are just the straight amp captures, are they're boostless, right? They're pedalless. All right. I got to read through some shiz here. I once heard that the brain processes the guitar differently in a mix, and brain looks for a tone clearly. Yeah, that's fair. Did you find another one, buddy? No, you're looking for it? Awesome. Nils Rollback, really good to see you. As I've been told, Mindzinger's, he's stoked about your build, dude. I'm excited about it as well. Walk the Dr. Mike pack, and you love it. I like that. I'm going to try it myself in this stream. We're going to be on here for a while, boys. It's going to be fun. We're going to look at a few different things, and one of those things also, we're going to take a quick break to talk about this fella, Mac Glocky, that I found that does some fun covers. I think he needs to broaden his horizons a little bit more and maybe get away from the new metal a tiny bit. New metal, like he seems kind of hardwired into the new metal-y American hard rock kind of vibes. But if he would just get out of there a little bit, add some, like some Cannibal Corpse or some Dying Fetus or some fun things like that. That would be really cool. If you haven't heard of this guy, I'd be surprised because I think I'm already quite late to the party. But this dude does accents of singers. Like, it's insane how good this dude is at what he does. And we were just sitting here listening to some of his work and watching some of his work on YouTube last night. And the wife and I are like, holy shit, this guy cannot be doing all these. Yes, he is. He's doing all the voices. In fact, like, he's got to be using AI for this. Nope. In fact, really great at not only impressions of the singers, but also the production techniques that some of the recording techniques some of these bands use as well. And you can hear that in when he does. So first thing I'm going after, guys, is just what pack are we in here? We are in the American High Gain NAM pack. NAM pack. Had to do it. American. This already sounds snazzy. I'm using the Dr. Bonka's EGA 412 414 Hyperreal Mix IR as per the usual for now. So now I can either add a pedal or I can add the instigator. Let's instigate it and see what happens. A little bit too much on the trebles. That sounds really nice. Now let's give me some more of this gain that you speak of. Let's get it up a few notches here. It's not bad. I think we can do better, though. I think we can do better. If we want to make it extra like that twang, proggy gent tone that seems to be circulating lately. That sounds extra stanky in a good way. That's really, really, really clear. Already, I like the effort and everything that's gone into these. And I like good NAM captures. And when what I was getting at earlier is, yes, there are poor and bad NAM captures. And I believe that if you were to go through, oh man, we got to do it. We got to do it. If we were to go through Tone 3000, the stupidest name on the planet for a website when it was called Tone Hunt. It was called Tone Hunt, as if you were hunting for tones. And what do they go and do? Tone 3000. Ugh. Anyways, my goodness gracious. It's just steer the ship, man. And then the 3D logo that makes it look like I'm looking at a No Fear shirt from the 1990s, where it's all blurry, and it's like, you want me to look at it or not look at it? What the fuck is happening right now? Anyways, as you can tell, I'm not really a big fan of where the new owners of the site took the place, but nonetheless, you can hit this button and it'll take you right to it. Okay, so you can go here, and I would say roughly, and this might piss somebody off, and I couldn't give a fuck, because if you piss the NAM people off, they get really mad about small things, and I don't mean to piss them off by saying this, but there are a lot, and I'm sure even the NAM people who are actually quite pretentious about the quality of captures can attest to the fact that probably 30% of the captures that you're going to find on Tone 3000 are straight, hot, unadulterated diarrhea. They have the quality of diarrhea. They sound like diarrhea. They don't sound anything like what they're supposed to be. And that is just because someone might be learning. That's why I advise not putting every fucking capture that you make on the internet. Because people, you don't necessarily, you send it to your friends, like maybe a couple people to test it. Where am I doing it okay? Does this sound all right? Where should I'm trying to get better at this thing. I need to buy a new direct box or what have you. But at the end of the day, crap in is crap out. That's just the fact that there's probably about 30% of the stuff on here is straight hot garbage. 70% of it, maybe another 10% to 20% is this middle ground of you're doing it right and it sounds pretty good, but it's not elite. And then there's the elite stuff like Slam and Mofo, Arlington Audio. I'm talking about elite free stuff. Emil Robe. There's a ton. Pip Priss. And there are a ton of free. And I want to point this out. And I'm not trying to be like, you don't need to buy NAM captures. In fact, just the opposite. I'm trying to give you a reason to purchase NAM captures. So you can go through here, and if you download that's the other good thing about our loader is it comes along with a toolkit that shows you evidence, hard evidence with your ears and the feel of things of what good captures and great and elite captures should sound like, and when you're using them. So that way, when you take your hunt to Tone Hunt, I mean, sorry, I mean, Tone 3000. Yeah, when you take your hunt over to Tone 3000, then at least you know this sounds good. This does not sound good. This, you know, I can tell this is a good profile or a good capture. Sometimes it's hard to tell when you have no idea where the benchmark should be set. So we show you right here with this plugin of where the benchmark should be set. Now comes the paid stuff. The paid stuff, in my opinion, if you are going to charge for a NAM capture and you've done your homework, you absolutely must make sure and make damn certain that it is elite stuff that you are selling. Why? Because, well, if it's not elite, then everyone can just go and get it. Other stuff that is pretty, there's a lot of elite stuff out there for free. Not gonna lie. But on this paid side of things, almost everything I've tried so far that's been in the paid realm of NAM caps, these are all elite. Strange Angles, definitely very much elite. So far, what I'm hearing from Oracle Sound, very much elite. Loudstack, very much elite. So trust that you're going to buy NAM caps from all three of these companies, and just trust and understand that what you're buying, you can trust that what you're going to get out of NAM Universal, if you know how to work it, which I've been told is kind of a pain in the ass because we don't have presets. Anyways, let's get back into some tone, but I just wanted to go through that. I did get the question one of the last streams, why bother paying for a NAM capture? Because when you pay for them from these three companies, at least, you are 100% certain that you are going to get an elite capture. And what does that mean? Elite capture done by somebody with skill and experience, done by somebody with gear. It takes decent gear to make decent captures. It just does. That is the way things work. Sure, you can do it with affordable stuff, and you can do it at a high level, but the elite stuff I have found has been made with a high level setup. And that's all of these guys, all these companies that are selling them right now have elite setups. So let's get back to it. This is the 5150. Is this like a block letter? It's not a busy stream today, but man, it's a good time. Love Dr. Mike YouTube. I actually haven't seen Dr. Mike's YouTube channel, so this is going to be news to me. I appreciate that. I really do. Oracle Sound, thank you very much. You built it. See, that's the thing, is we didn't really build this around a workflow so much as we built this for all of our workflows. All of us here at the AmSim Universe, all of us here use NAM from its infancy. I took about a year break from its infancy when I started hearing about it to when I actually really fell in love with it. I said, the first time I used it, I said, let's let this come along and then I'll try it again in a year. And I did, and I fell in love instantly. You know, I didn't fall in love with instantly? Fucking Tonex, because it's a brick. It is a goddamn brick. It doesn't sound good. It robs the captures. There's so much work that has gone into so many Tonex captures just to have it robbed. It's like when you put a high resolution photo onto Facebook. It robs all the quality. Same thing happens when you put a well shot capture into Tonex. Or you can it's just so much, it's cheaper. You can go and get NAM Universal or any NAM player and get better tone for less money. It's insane that Tonex has become so big to me, but that's another story for another day. There are a lot. Wait, hold on. So anyways, when we built NAM Universal, we were noticing that we were using it with multiple components to do certain things. And then when I first met Chris from Wavemind, I was like, how would you just like to do this thing? And he said, yeah, fucking why not? Let's do this thing. So we did it. And it came out really great. But it needs some things. It needs some help. All right. So I'm actually I'll get riffing here a little bit more. That sounds chonky. All right, so I'm going to turn off the instigator and we'll get a pedal in here. The dirty tree for starters. And there is definitely a way that you can stack. Ah, fuck. Riff break. Sorry, guys. You guys know we got to do riff break. My sync is off. Such a simple riff, and yet such a great riff. Oh, wonderful. You guys know we do riff breaks, and that's one that we always got to do a quick stop for sure. Anyways. One thing that I would almost like to see if maybe I can get included in the next version is a scoop knob. And that would give you the ability to add or subtract a little at 1.1K. And why is 1.1K important to me? It's just something I like to do to it. So why not, if it's like the way you like things, why not see if you can push for a feature and maybe see if other people like it? Who knows? Anyways, it's Friday, guys, and if you're curious, my name is Tyler, and we are here with Jay from Oracle Sound. And man, gosh, we are slow for a Friday, folks. Friday, I should have done a buzz title today. Not everyone knows what NAMM is, and I'm learning that the hard way. I offered to help somebody promote some NAMM stuff. And thinking, yeah, I got a whole bunch of creators that would love to jump in on some free stuff. You know, like they're always ready. And a lot of the guys are saying, I've never used NAMM before, never heard of it. I'm like, oh damn, what? And it takes a while to explain that it's essentially a Kemper that someone is giving, a Kemper that allows drive pedals that someone is giving away for free, even if other people want to use the code for it to build their own stuff and charge money for it. It's hard to wrap someone's mind around that concept. I'm sorry, someone created something that is revolutionary to the plugin business, and they're giving it away for free. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. It's free. And other people can download this code and use it to build their own products and sell those products. Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly what's happening. It's crazy. It's crazy that that's what's happened. But Steve has done it, and man, he's changed. He has definitely changed the amp sim world forever. I want to make very clear about that this product, if you have not tried the Neural Amp Modeler, which, no, it's not anything. People hear Neural and they think Neural DSP, but no, there's no relation. I'm just telling you right now, if you've not tried the Neural Amp Modeler, you need to. Whether it's to make your own captures or whatever it is that you want to, you try it. Please just try it. And try the actual, the actual Neural Amp Modeler on its own. Okay? And then try NAMM Universal or alternate players. All right, so I'm kind of just getting stuck like I always do. I get stuck on 5150s. You guys know this. What else we got? We got dual Rex. We have blend rhythm orange. So that's an orange amp, or is this blend rhythm orange? Is this something to do with a rectifier? Blend lead red. All right, we're gonna try some stuff. Get through. I haven't even gotten through the comments yet. Some are boosted, some aren't. The aim was to have... I just thought maybe there were different folders. A pedal mix knob and oh man would be perfect. Okay, we could do that. We could do that. We can do a pedal mix knob. Unless that's stealing an idea. I'm sorry, what amp is this? I'm sorry, the last amp I was using was a 5150. There's a lot of, hold on. The fancy thing behind the American high gain pack, as well as the 5150 and a dual rec, I did some crazy stuff and blended the two. Okay, so ignore my last question, please. Blended the two in half of the captures. Fucking sick. I'm in. I can't wait. There are a lot of IRs that don't work on. Yeah, I can imagine. There's so many bad IRs. By the way, there's a lot of really good IRs though on Tone 3000, but there's also a lot of bad IRs. But that's all existed forever. You guys can go back and anyone out there knows the 7 Deadly Sins IR pack that circulated the internet is still circulating to this day. Has been circulating for the internet and getting added to like a big snowball for 20 years. 20. 20 years that this thing, plus 20 plus years, I should say, this thing has been circulating the internet and people have been adding to it for 20 years. I may or may not have added to it myself. But the thing is, you're never really sure which version you're downloading. You know, that's the other thing. So in any event, download the 7 Deadly Sins pack. You're going to get roughly half crap. I would say 60, 70% crap. Or sorry, 30 to 40% crap in the 7 Deadly Sins IR pack. Because a lot of it was just experimental stuff from back in the day. People just trying stuff. Shooting IRs hadn't really been perfected at that point. Ooh, that's fun. All right, so let me tune up real quick. This thing's usually pretty good. Gilbert, I think it was the last stream. Gilbert was giving me a real hard time, though. Man, you can say what you want about Sum 41, but this album was really good. Really good. Look, it's so incredible to me when I go and listen to like an album of a band that's in their prime in that album, like a band that's been maybe out of their prime or broken up or disbanded for quite some time. You can always go back through their discography and find that 1 or 2, maybe 3 at absolute most where a band was in their prime. And then you can hear that if you listen to the albums prior to it, you can hear the lead up to the prime, and then you can always hear that kind of wind down in the song quality. You know what I mean? It always goes like this. Every career of every band always kind of went like this, unless of course, the lead singer passed away or something in their prime. A lot of bands' careers kind of did that, and they peaked and that gradual decline, or they dropped straight off a cliff. Name a band's. You do me a favor. Name an album you think is a band in their prime. I'd be curious. We all have our different opinions too. Some bands are very much defined when their prime is/was, and then you have a band like Opeth, where if you poke the right people, if you go and poke like the new Opeth proggy guy fans, and you poke the old Opeth like metal guys, and then you poke the guys in the middle that liked Opeth in like the one era, didn't like the metal, don't like the prog stuff, but liked that middle era, like loved the stuff in their prime. That's an interesting conversation. In the comments, tell me, what do you think? Which album do you think was Opeth's prime? All right, continue, please. Guys, my picking is just getting worse and worse leading up to this potential surgery that I'm going to have in what is hopefully November. My wrist is just less and less mobility, less and less comfort, more and more discomfort. So If you're wondering why the playing has been a little bit more simplified lately, it's just, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. Surgery coming. I can't wait. I am also nervous about it because surgery's anesthesia and surgery and shit scares the poop out of me. But it's not going to be my first rodeo, so we'll see what happens here. But as mentioned yesterday in the stream that no longer exists, as mentioned yesterday, I'm going to be unable to play guitar for a little while. I'll be able to do like legato stuff as Xander and the fellas mentioned. Speaking of which, where is everybody today? Hold on, folks. All right, as mentioned, sometimes life calls. Anyways, today is Friday, and I am excited to be here either way because I am now off work for the weekend. I'm gonna try to live it up a little bit more this weekend, as I've been kind of just putting myself through work. I'm gonna try to get some gaming time in this weekend. Try to get maybe a movie in. Make sure there's a couple rounds of the disc golf. There are a ton of... Okay, hold on. Yesterday, Tutor uploaded a PRS amp. Nice. Yeah, no, Pedro definitely told us. I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. If anyone's interested in any of the packs in the stream, I'm about to get some promo codes ready for this stream as a big thank you for you all. Holy shit. Wow. That's really awesome. Guys, please go through and have a look. Let's have a look on these in stream right now. I usually, as you guys know, I always like to go through the websites of various developers. Wait a minute. This is not it. This is Sound Oracle. Oh my God. Hang on a second. What happened here? NAM. No, not Oracle Sound name. Why can't I find it? Hold on. No, I didn't. Why am I unable to find it on here? That's very strange. What's the website? I'm not sure if you're allowed to. Get in on that, guys. Jump in right now. That sucks. Man, that really sucks. What's the website? If you want to just do it like in words with the DOTCOM so that it doesn't nuke your link. That sucks. Why is it not? Oh, wait. Is there, if I go to this, heads up, guys, volume bomb. Volume bomb, volume bomb. Is there Oracle Sound? Here we go. Ah, I cheated it. Ah, see? Yeah. Haha. All right, let's do that. So he has got 3 plugins that you guys will see next Friday. The Pain Stager, Drive Stager, and Bone Stager. Fun names. I like it. Guitar tones. We are going to go here right now. We have Tonal Brutality. We have all the small tones, punk guitar. We have Dr. Mike. We have Sensory Amusia. Sensory Amusia. And these are all roughly $25 US ballpark. An average of, we'll say. There's a few that give or take. And there's the Guitar Tone Producer Bundle that saves you $106 US, which in Canadian dollars is like enough to buy a house. And Australian, Canadian and the Australian dollar, as far as I understand, are not super bueno right now in comparison to the to the American dollar, the almighty American dollar. So in any event, yeah. Man, I remember when things were on par, like the Canadian dollar and the American dollar were almost on par. I was just like, buy, 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 buy everything, buy, 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 buy. Just buy it all. And then when it got like, then now it's just out of hand. It's buying stuff from the States now is just, it doesn't really make sense. Especially with the tariffs now too. Boom. Not getting political, but tariffs are just something that has to be talked about when, depending on where you're living these days and what you're buying. It's something that just, if we're talking about buying musical products or really anything, you might have to deal with that. But guess what you don't have to deal with tariffs on? The Oracle sound packs. Check these out. ASAP. And there's also an Oracle Sound Everything bundle that is a $395 saving. That's insanity. So, yeah, and I also didn't know, what else have we got here? We've got plugins, a guitar. Let's see what we got. And we've also got some, actually, I didn't know. I had no idea. We have some drum MIDI, MIDI waves. Okay, I see. Wow. You have MIDI and samples. Sick. Nice. That's nice. And does it matter? Sorry, does it matter which, are these applicable with any? I might have to try these. Oh, I see. These are 10 full songs played. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Nice. Okay. All right. Now going back to it. All right, let's get back to playing some guitar. And as mentioned, this is a blend, as he was saying before. I was going to try to learn something that's probably not a good idea to try to learn on the spot. How cool is it? Okay, you know what? This needs to be done right now. There is one guitar that we need to look at right now. And you guys know we like to do this. And this has to be done. Because I saw the sexiest guitar I've ever seen. And it is making the rounds. And you guys know exactly what we're looking for right now. Where is it? Oh, really? That's the only picture we're getting? So I have to watch the video? All right, fine. Fine. We'll watch them. We'll just watch it. They really want us to watch it, so we're going to watch it. All right. Okay. You guys need to see this guitar. If you guys haven't seen Brandon Ellis's Cannibal Corpse guitar that he's using to play on tour with Cannibal Corpse, holy Mary Mother of Jesus. This thing is just absolute nonsense. And where's the video? Oh my goodness gracious. To be fair, I only typed in guitar. Cannibal Corpse. Okay. All right. Cancel Corpse? No. What the fuck? Where's the video I'm looking for? It was literally right there. Good Lord. Okay. I don't know what it wants to do. What do you want me to do right now? This is dumb. Brandon Ellis. Jackson. Good Lord. Oh, this is just such a pain. All right. Anyways. We'll just keep that going until I can find it. I can't find anything today. I feel inept. Hold on. Have you guys all seen it? If not, I just won't even bother. Yeah, just Google. I just Googled Google. Fucking idiot. Brandon Ellis Cannibal Corpse Jackson. Please. Is this it? No. I have no idea. That's so annoying. Here we go. Finally. Finally. Oh, what is it taken down? A copyright claim? Really? A copyright claim got this video, got Brandon Ellis's new guitar video nuked? Holy fuck, that's so lame. So that video is not even up anymore. Holy shit. Oh, what? Because because of probably 15 seconds of somebody's song that wasn't cleared or something. Oh, okay, wasn't that a big waste of our freaking time? 10 people in the house. We hit 10 today. Nice. Always like to hit 10. We're going to choose a different pedal. Choose. Charleston, choose. Okay. Are there pedals? Let's just stick with what we have here for now. That sounds delicious. I'm a big fan. That sounds strange. I'm not saying it's bad. Anyhow, that was the American High Gain pack. We're gonna go back. And we're going to go to Oracle. And we're going to go to the Dr. Mike pack will be up next. We've got amps plus STD. I don't know what that means. Can you explain that? Because I wasn't smart enough to go look. What's amps X STD? Did you do something to those amps? YouTube is getting crazy with the copyright. Yes, it certainly is. None of my streams are monetized because they're all demonetized due to me wanting to listen to good music and not some stupid wandering royalty-free stuff like that. I just don't have. You've got to pay for that, and I don't really feel like doing it. I just like if I'm gonna go pay for royalty-free music, are the like 200 people that are gonna watch my streams gonna pay for that service? No. Why not? Why does it matter? But for my pre-recorded stuff that'll come out sometime in my lifetime, that stuff will feature royalty-free music because I will make the background music for my own streams. That'll be easier, and I'll just do it that way. And that way I can monetize those streams because those ones will be getting actual shares. Nice. Ah, I see. All right, let's see what's going on here. Loud. Turn the pedal on. Nice. Very nice. Turn that off. Drop E. I don't have drop E on this guitar. I have F sharp. But I don't have that. I'm going to test those versus the other ones. Nice. So you're saying some of them are essentially more a little bit heavier on like they're gonna be larger and heavier on resources, I guess. Is that the deal? Ooh. Anyways, how everybody's having a wonderful day today. Wonderful weekend. It's going to be a fun weekend on our end, I think. We're going to go and play some disc golf in the wind tomorrow competitively. That should be interesting. All right. What are you guys doing this weekend? Do tell. Hello, Brain Dead. Brain Dead. Xander Bananas. Nice to see you as well, sir. The expensive higher CPU. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The Slam and Mofo stuff, there's a lot of stuff that's actually a little bit heavier on the needs. So I feel you on that one. So I'm going to go through a few more on this amp. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to keep the flow moving here for a sec. All right, see what we got here. I can bring the output back up. It seems like there are some people that like scooping things as much as I do, so that's wonderful. All right, now we're getting brutal. Now we're running into some pretty beefy stuff here. Wow. I spoke too soon. Gilbert here is not having a good time staying in tune today. My playing is suffering. Nice. Just reading through, guys. Thank you, Oracle, for your products. Been wanting more. Appreciate the promo code. Yes, guys, please jump into that promo code. Thank you so much to, we really appreciate you, Jay. We really do. And we appreciate crushing tones around here. We also appreciate a good clean tone. Don't get me wrong. A good surf tone is definitely something to write home about once in a while. I don't mind. I don't write home about surf tones. My mom wouldn't care, to be honest, but still. Surf tones are pretty awesome, but we like metal tones around here, and a lot of them. In fact, to almost a fault, probably, but eventually we'll get into some other stuff. Who knows? So you see this knob right here, it's tight. You turn that up a little bit, and some of the woompy wooms go away just enough to like enjoy it a little bit more. which is not a fault of the capture. It's just unproduced. I never put any EQ whatsoever. I don't process or produce the guitar tone at all here. Why? Because you guys want to know what you're fucking buying. You guys don't want to know what it sounds like after I've done, 6 hours of studio magic to it. You don't want to know what it sounds like after I sat in a room mixing it for the whole entire weekend and then put the video out. This is my demo for this plugin while I use 17 other plugins to make it sound good and for the mix. And I used a completely different developer's plugin for bass that I don't tell you about, and all these other things. Why not just let you guys hear what you're actually getting out of the box? Why not do that instead? And there's nothing, all the stuff I'm using outside of the Oracle Sound stuff is included in our toolkits. There's no mystery here whatsoever. I can just feel the lactic acid start building the second I start trying to pick fast. This is, I really got to get this taken care of because but at least I can still play. I'm not going to complain. I know I have a friend of mine who is going through a lot of rheumatoid arthritis stuff and he can barely grab a guitar. So I am just going to shut the fuck up and be thankful that I have what I have. Nonetheless, I think everybody that's been in a situation where they couldn't produce certain things the way they can normally do them due to an incapability or an injury or something that just needs to get fixed or taken care of, I think we can all kind of attest to the fact that that's frustrating for sure. For me, it's been very frustrating. I love that twangy clarity. There's gain there. Oh, bam! Funny bit of lore with my sensory amusia pack. Sean from Sensory Amusia was stoked with the captures of his amps, and he just put them. He put them all up for sale and just using the tone pack now. That's fucking awesome! Wow, that is so cool. Man, that's legit. That's awesome. That's such a like a nice compliment too. I'm coming up on almost the hour point here, and we will be taking a break in just a few minutes. Actually, I think we're over an hour. Where's Jacob Fatu been, man? I haven't seen that guy wrestle in a while. I'd like to. Well, essentially, you get tendonitis a couple years ago. Oh, man, tendonitis is brutal to go through. So I bought the Satan we used in some of the captures off him. Man, that is a very rare amp at this point. It's a very rare amp at this point. And it's very strange to me that Ola hasn't put out another amp. Also, speaking of Ola, we have his Chug. We have the Chug capture he made is actually pretty good. And we used it in a stream not that long ago, and it was pretty good. It's free. You can go to his website, get the Chug capture for free. You actually have to go through the whole commerce system, which is so fucking irritating. But it's free and it sounds good. So, if you want to jump through the hoops to go grab it, go jump through the hoops to grab it, and you'll be happy with it for sure. But that being said, the other thing I think you're going to be happy with is this pack right here, the one that I'm currently using. I'm going to check out the Satan that he just spoke about because I'm excited about it. I like the amp. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, boy. This is going to sound so good. I hate that fucking song. I don't know why I played even 1 second of it. There's great evidence of a singer that I respect for the amount of talent that she has, but her voice to me is like someone dragging nails, rusty nails, fingernails, roofing nails, and a bunch of screws over the chalkboard, and that is the voice of heart. Cannot stand her voice, but respect where respect is due. Fantastic singer. Just because I don't like her voice doesn't mean she's not a fantastic singer. Always remember that when you are judging a band. Just because you don't like a band does not mean they suck. Can we stop with that? It's just so dumb. But then if we're talking about falling in reverse, you can absolutely say that that band fucking sucks. I'm just kidding. Crabs. Oh, it's the Crab amp Satan, not the Randall. That's cool too, man. Yeah, man, it does sound really good. That chug pedal sounds pretty fucking sick. It makes me wonder why Ola hasn't done something else, though. Like, why hasn't Ola done a bunch of, like, Guy, you know how to make an amp capture. Maybe he was just testing his ability and seeing if people were interested. Because Guy, if he knows how to make one, and he has access to, like, 800 amps. My guy, if you're not on tour and you're not currently making content, rip one of those together, brother. Come on, I would buy all the Ola Englund NAMM packs. I don't think I would buy them all, but I would definitely buy a bunch of them. To be honest with you, I think everybody would be stoked about that because there's a guy. That's another thing that's very important with these NAMM capture, these paid NAMM capture maker or any profile maker or vendor of any kind. If they don't know how to get good tone with the gear, like there's the one guy that there's actually a bunch of people that just went and bought a bunch of gear and just so they could make a bunch of profiles and captures. Oh my God. It finally showed up again. I just got this song out of my head. Sickest song of the year though, right here, guys. Tone break. Fuck. Spirit World, unbelievable band. And actually, you know what? I was wrong about them. I thought for a while, I was told that they were all 5153 kind of guys. That is incorrect. There's a lot of rectifiers. In fact, every live clip I've ever seen of the band, there was at least one guy playing a rectifier, which makes sense because they're a basic. I know that maybe Jay might not even like me. I know Jay's a hardcore guy, so maybe he won't like this. But I feel like Spirit World is more of a hardcore band than they are a metal band. Maybe I'll get smacked for saying that, but hey, I'm just gonna say it. It's a little bit on the spicy side there. Good Lord. I'm just kidding, Bo. I'm totally just kidding. Obviously, Ola has the company and everything else. I was just trying to be somewhat semi-facetious. But if he wanted to make money, fine. Don't do it. He doesn't have to do it himself. He does not have to do it himself. He could very easily go and get somebody he trusts. And I'm sure he's got some business, like people working for him. Why not pay somebody that he knows that's technically proficient to shoot? He writes down all the settings. And, he writes down all the settings or does all the settings, and then somebody else takes the time to like put all the caps together, because it's not the super quick process. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying he should drop everything he's doing to go and put together a bunch of NAM bundles for $40 a pop. But still, I think a lot of people would buy them, and more importantly, I think there would be a lot more people using NAM that would be really excited about using it. Man, this microphone has really migrated into the frame. Sorry, folks. Got to take it down a peg here. All right, that's a little bit better. We can kind of sit over here a little bit now. Okay. Solar Digital. Yeah, I mean, I think that could be potentially possible. Solar Digital or Solar DSP. Ola has all the connects. He does. In the plugin industry, Ola knows everyone. He knows every company, or at least, he's done demos for the majority of the companies. He could very, very easily find himself a subcontractor or a coder and start that company in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat, he could just, find a technically proficient partner, or even subcontract another developer and kind of do it that way. I think that's more than possible. That's more than possible. I'm not going to sit and speculate about Ola's life, because I also think, in my opinion, if Ola had wanted to do a signature plugin, he would have done one fucking forever ago. Forever ago. He would have 2 or 3 or 7 signature plugins by now. I do think that there will be a licensed Chug plugin. I do absolutely believe that there will be a licensed Chug plugin. I think there's no way around it. There's no way around it. I think somebody is going to do a licensed Chug plugin. That would be really cool. Imagine that thing with a bunch of with a few, something simple, just that, some cabinets, a couple of other little toys, make it very, 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 very simplistic. I think that would, you'd sell it for $49.99. I think not a lot of development would have to go in there. I think it'd be a really good business idea. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Nice. Jeremy Donovan, nice to see you. Have you been in the stream before? I've also never seen Jeremy spelt like that in my entire life. That's cool. That's a very interesting way. That's a neat way to spell the name. I like that. And that says a lot, because I work in a school. And I see spellings of names that would make your head spin. And not only spellings of names, but names in general. Names that you have to I'm sorry, what is your name? Okay, that's interesting. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you, Shakur. Yeah. What? I mean, I guess there's probably a few people out there named Shakur, their first name, but it's not something you hear every day. I once saw Magix, spelled Magix. So that was a weird one. Just got the email? What email? Soldano, SLO, and a VH form. My man! I'm very excited about that. It sounds fantastic. And that'll literally rattle the cages of everyone here at the AmSim universe. Everyone here is just like, if Andy was in this stream right now, Andy would be doing like a standing backflip, and the VH4 excites everyone, everywhere, and it should. However, what I would like to see is a VHT Pitbull. If you get access to one of them, Let me tell you something. More that is just one of those things. There's just not a lot out there. Oh, nice. That's really cool of you, Jay. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Is your last name really as said? Oh, I'm not going to say your actual last name because I know your thing is separate. But is that actually that's your last? Is that actually your last name? Because I've only ever seen that last name at one place before, and that was on a popular '80s comedy show. And I've only ever seen that name in that particular location, which I'm sure you get all the time. It's not to say it out loud. I don't want to sit here and like doxing anybody. Jonathan Carlson. Got two of those. You have two of those. You have two Ibanez Paul Gilberts. Oh, micros. Cool. Man, you gave them micros? That's so cool. There's this dude, Judge Shred, on Instagram. I think he's just like, he's obviously a dude that's got a few dollars because the dude is buying a new guitar like every other day. And then not only does he buy a brand new guitar it seems like every other day, but it also seems like he fully replaces every part on, like, he upgrades everything from the tuners to the pickups to the this and that and everything. And he does beautiful work. So follow Judge Shred. And he even did like a thing where he bought the micros. He bought the micros and he did those up really crazy, which I've never seen before, which is like super savage. That sounds solid. Like that one a bit less. I love it. It says Satan Wolf. It's like, sounds like a cheesy doom band name. We are Satan Wolf. And they light candles and go on stage in like robes with like cloaks and stuff. Ooh, a thrasher. Man, Eddie would be really happy right now if he was here. Forgot the riff. I'm gonna try this. Man, that sounds so crisp. It's a little bit too tinny. We're working with it. Hold on. Be patient. Wow, thrash tone heaven. Wow. Can't remember that last part. I can't even come close to Hetfield picking right now. Good So frustrating. It's like super like havoc tone. Oh, riff break. We're going for riff break here. Don't tell me that pinch harmonics can't be super catchy, because that shit's catchy. Man, I listen to this song and I listen to it and I hear it and it's in my head for the rest of the day, for sure. Just the harmonics. Jonathan Carlson, nice to see you, by the way. Ronnie Webster, I'm not sure if I said hello. Guys, don't forget, there is a promo code above. If you're just jumping in, you can go and get something for free from Oracle Sound. On Oracle Sound, Jay is debased. Thanks so much for being here, Jay. We really appreciate you. Going to be here for about another 40 minutes or so, but I am going to take a quick break, and I'll be back in about 2-3 minutes, and we'll see what's going on. All right, guys, stay tuned for some more Oracle Sound, and hopefully we can dig up a picture or something of Brandon Ellis's unbelievable Jackson guitar. If you haven't seen it, go quickly during the break here and try to find a picture or anything you can of this guitar. It is one of the sickest instruments I've ever laid my eyes on, and I would probably do things that were maybe at least somewhat halfway against the law. Nothing serious, but I mean, I would probably go steal something to get this guitar. No, I wouldn't. I don't know. But still, it's probably worth like 12 grand. Who knows? I'm just teasing, guys. Go and check this guitar out. Hello, everybody. Man, this Matt Glocky guy. This dude did Rock Lobster in a way that, like, if you guys ever heard Rock Lobster, can we just, for those of you that, is there anybody that has not heard Rock Lobster? Because I want to just show you guys like how much respect I have for this dude. Because Rock Lobster is one of the funniest and one of the most annoying songs in the history of the fucking world. It is real annoying, real quick. Why? Because everybody sounds crazy in the song. Here it goes. You know the song if you've ever seen Jackass or CKY, etc. All right, this is his version. I gotta say, mad respect to this guy, Matt Glocky. This is Rock Lobster in the style of System of a Down. He also did Informer in the style of Korn and made it so fucking good. So if you're out there, Mac, and if you're out there and you know Mac, have him get in touch with me because I'd like to give him some free stuff. Just for his creative. He doesn't have to do any demos. He doesn't have to tag us or anything if he doesn't want to. But if you're out there, Mac, and I want to give you some free stuff, I'll contact him myself. But I mean, he's got millions of views and stuff. I don't know if he connects with people on that level or not, but still, I'll send him an email and offer him some free stuff because I respect his work. I could care less if he uses, if he gives us any kind of props or anything like that. I would just love to give him something because he's a fantastic creator, and I love people that are so creative that they can make covers of other songs in the style of and get so bang on not only the production but the performance. He's super fun to watch. If you haven't checked him out, go give him a fucking sub because this guy's got cool content. Super fun. Way better than that. Who's the other cover guy? What's the guy? Who's the other guy? Frog Leap Studios? Don't like his work. Never been a fan. Because he just did every song in nu metal. I didn't really like his work, to be honest. But if you're out there and you enjoy his work and he wants some cool stuff because he's also a creator and he deserves respect, even if I don't like his work, I would love to hook him up. And if he wants something from us. Oh yeah, I forgot. I took the volume. It's okay. All right, if there's anything you guys want to hear, if there's a pack that you're looking at right now and you're not sure because I haven't got to it yet, and you're like, my fingers are on the purchase button, but this lazy fucker, he is just yapping too much and he can't get to this pack quick enough. If I'm not getting to a pack quick enough, let me know, but I am going to move along. This pack has a 5150, Dual Rex, Satan, and Thrasher. All right, we're going to go back. And the Sun Eater Tone Pack. Sun Eater amps, Sun Eater cabs. I don't know anything about this at all. Sun Eater. Don't know anything about this. Total Brutality Pack, go. All right. Tonal Brutality Pack it is. Let's go to the higher quality versions. Oh, we've got an HM2 right off the bat. Let's turn off the instigator because I don't know what we're working with just yet. Also turn off this guy here. Nice. I know they didn't use an HM2, but still. That's fucking brutal. That is less brutal. Is this more of a platform for fuzz? Because I can do that. Is this, what do you think? Is this more of a, this says 5150, but it's not sounding 5150 to me. That almost sounds like I should throw fuzz out front. And if there's any fuzz that you need to try immediately, it's the Scullage Doom Tomb. You've got the Monolord settings, Billy Corrigan settings, etc., etc. So we're gonna try that through it and see what just happens here. I think it's gonna be pretty dramatic. I don't know. Some of them are fuzzy. Maybe this was the one. Man, I would love to work with you on a Doom pack with like some Doom pedals and some orange amps, maybe even a matte amp if you could find one. Any Doom amp you could get if you get your hands on a Sun, something like that. I would love to work with you on it. And you could ask Bo if he'd be willing to want to do something with this Doom Tomb pack as well, because man, it's a hyper fuzz essentially. If Bo's still here, he could explain if there are any differences or what the story is exactly with the Doom Tomb. But as far as I know, he built it himself, and because of course he did. Anyways, so that's a bit fuzzier. We were looking for, I think the folks wanted more brutality. So I'm looking for brutality right now. Okay. We're a bit slow today. Anyhow, Jeremy, Donovan, welcome to the channel. We hope you give us a sub because we talk about nothing but stuff like NAMM. We talk about guitars. We talk about pickups. We talk about plugins. We like to give the rundown for the new folks and what we did, what exactly it is we do here. And generally, we just like to talk about all things in the amp sim universe, and that is all things commonly associated with amp sims, whether it be mixes or mix plugins or EQ plugins or unreleased plugins. We do all kinds of that here. Speaking of the secret plugin, folks, it's getting close. Now it is getting real close. The release candidates are there now. The release candidates have started to surface. I could not be more excited. You guys were there when everything got put together and we didn't even have anything going yet. Only emails had been sent. You guys were there. I cannot wait for this plugin to come out and share my happiness about it with you guys. And more importantly, with the team, because the team has worked their asses off. I can promise you that. Worked their asses off on this plugin. That sounds terrific. Mr. Strum. Classic. Wait, no, that's not what I want. I want this. Yeah, buddy. Okay, so this is a pretty sick tone we've got going here. This is the TB 5150 808 X STD5. And it's along with, as you can see, let's go to the screen. I've got the instigator here, just kind of doing moderate things mostly, but up here I've got the input up a bit. The shift is on, and it's on the streets. The shift is on. Oops. Wrong note. Jeremy, are you familiar with NAM Universal or Wavemind? I like to give Wavemind props during this quick space as well, if I could. This plugin, right now there's a back to school sale, 40% off everything, and Tone Sweet Distant, absolutely savage fucking monster of a plugin, crazy good reviews. And I can promise you that the next release from Wavemind is going to have insane reviews. I can promise. Okay, I cannot see why anybody or how anybody could possibly dislike this plugin on any level. So much work has been put into this plugin, so much research, so much development, and so much effort and time from not only the artist. After a while, the artist got very involved, and the team that worked on this, man, it's just, I cannot tell you guys enough how stoked I am about the next Wavemind release. The Pro Tone bundle that you can get, Core Mid Boost, aka the Gary Holt Boost, that thing is monstrous. These are licensed, Monster Fuzz licensed, also the Dead Horse Overdrive licensed, and one of the surprises of the year for not just this year, but maybe last year as well. This plugin right here, I'm just going to give it toot the horn. Recently, there was a huge update done to this, and Chris at Wavemind gave me a bunch of licenses to send out to random creators just to create and have fun with and get some feedback, etc. I actually don't recall a time when I've been met with so much overwhelmingly positive feedback about a plugin. It's just insane. Like, most of the time creators will come back and tell you either nothing at all, which means they, it was fine. They'll tell you they liked it. Excuse me. Then you'll get a bunch of people that are like, yeah, this is just fucking really good. Or I've never heard of Wavemind, or I haven't used a lot of their plugins and I'm super sold on them and stuff like that. This time, the entire artist roster and creator roster that I work with, which is getting larger by the day. I think I'm working with like 150 players now. 150 different players, I believe, that I'm working with on various frequencies. And I would say I sent out roughly 50 licenses, 50 or no, actually there's about 75 licenses I sent out for the Amp Suite Rev. And all of it came back. Because I'm also working with Wavemind. For those of you that didn't know that, I work with them and do AR and CR and product assistant, product ideas, designs, etc. So at times, the feedback I got on this plugin right here was completely bananas, and the best feedback I got was from real rectifier users that said, "Hey, this amp is pretty fucking good, man. Like, this is real good." So anyways, do check it out. 47 euros you can grab this some bitch for right now. And gosh, it's fantastic. All right, getting back to it. This is also fantastic, and this is one of the better captures I've ever tried. That's way too twangy to do roots with. That's okay. We're going to play it anyways occasionally. Wow, that is one of the better captures I've ever tried. We're going to go on to the boogie. Whoa! Ah! Ah! It's so much weightier. There's so much weight. All right, let's get this down. Let's crank this up because the tight feature is essentially kind of like that Andy Sneap Wave C4 Andy Sneap Wave C4 trick that is sort of that multi-band compression trick where you use it, and it almost specifically was invented for Mesa Boogie dual rectifiers. He pretty much, that was one of the main reasons he was like he said the Boogie can be a metal amp. And it can even be used for technical metal, but you really need to, you need to find a way to tame those lows. And he did find a way to do that. So we're going to do that and see what's up. Wow, there's some big heavy riffs there in B flat. I'm not tuned in drop set. I'm sorry. There was a real life possibility there that I was halfway. I had unplugged and everything. I was like, should I go get the baritone? Should I go get the baritone? Should I go get the baritone? And decided, nah. Gilbert here has just not been he hasn't been off the hanger as much as he deserves ever since I got the Mindsinger. He feels a little insecure, I think. He needs a little bit more time off the hanger. Oh, sorry, guys. I got to figure this riff out. You guys know the exact riff. That was pretty close, and that's was this intended to be kind of a hypocrisy tone here? Because I almost sense a little bit of that HM2 magic blended in there, just a hair of HM2 or something. And I always got that feeling with some of the older hypocrisy, the older hypocrisy stuff having quad or even like 6 tracks of guitar or something, and then having 2 of those on some level be mixed in ever so slightly with HM2. Go ahead and listen to it and tell me that you don't hear it too on Roswell 47. I think that riff right there is perfect for that there capture. Try that again. Holy cow. Been a bit since I played this riff, folks. Sorry. I'm not even going to bother trying. I swear to God, I should never try to figure out riffs. We've talked about this. There's a reason I don't do this. It looks terrible. I'm sorry for fucking up the riff. How's everybody doing? 6 folks in the house. I'm going to be getting out of here shortly, but not too shortly. A little bit. The Fire Clone is insane. Well, we're going to go to the Fire Clone. Sorry, guys. Wow, there's a lot in here. I don't want to jump around too much. Fire Clone, Fuzz Satan. I like that one. I don't know that I would have ever tried a fuzz with a Satan. Interesting. Meaty. Absolutely. We are on, just in case you're curious, Jeremy, we are on every Friday around 4:30. Every Saturday around ballpark the same time. Usually start, it's 4:30-ish. Friday, Saturday. And then occasionally I throw oddballs into the mix on release days, or if there's something exciting happening, or if I just feel extra motivated with a little bit extra time. Time comes at a premium, even on weekends these days. I'll literally be going straight from here to the couch to get on a bunch of artist relations stuff that I have to catch up with. Also, right now, as mentioned yesterday, I am supporting a campaign for a release called the Aurora DSP Banshee Pro. It's a vocal plugin that is absolutely stacked and jacked to the gills on every single level. It is a monstrous vocal plugin. If you're out there and you are a singer that does singfluencing, as I've told the term is these days, I don't know how I feel about that. Is it neat, or is it cheesy, or is it cringe, or is it fun? I don't know. If you are a singfluencer, rather a vocal influencer, a vocal coach, somebody that does work with vocal plugins, or even somebody that's like a producer, if you want to use vocal samples with the plugin, totally down with that. No problem. Okay? So if you're out there and you'd like to make a video with Banshee Pro, come at me and I will send a code simultaneously to you so you can create something amazing with Banshee Pro. I myself am going to be doing my own fun little video, if whatever way I can. I'm not a bad singer. I can toot my own horn that I can do a few different styles. And I'm kind of excited. I'm gonna make it maybe partially funny, do a couple of impressions in it or something, funny voices. I'm not sure just yet. I'm gonna make it worth it and just have fun with it. That's the video I'm gonna make with Banshee Pro. So if you're out there, once again, and you are even a producer that just likes working with vocal samples, like I said, come at me and I will hook you up. And all you got to do is tag us. And I don't really care how many subs or followers you have, as long as your content quality looks good, sounds good, you're having fun, you're being creative, you're doing what you like to do, and you're doing it in a way that helps me showcase the plugin, or helps the company showcase the plugin rather, then you know what, I'm all in. So you just come at me, don't be afraid. I'm very approachable in the artist relations world. So please do reach out to me. Happy to do it. This sounds awesome, by the way. That sounds sick. Beefy. Mig Dual. Wow, really? Is that a MIG? That's a MIG? You got it sounding that tough? It sounds fun. I like it so far. I am currently using a piece of shit, man. It's not even that good an interface. It's not a piece of shit. It's just outdated. I need a new interface in the worst way. I feel anyways. It's not like it's a crazy need for me, but I just feel like I need a new one. I've had this one a long time now, but every single interface I've ever had success with was of the well, come on, dude. Was of the Personas brand. If you don't know of Personas, Presonus, and I believe the unit I'm using is the old Studio 2.6 USB. There are much better interfaces than this now at Personas. In fact, I believe I'm going to buy myself one of the HD units when the next time I have a tiny bit of money to put towards this channel, which is literally never. So yeah, next time I can do that, I am actually looking forward to doing that. I think it'll make the channel sound better in general. I'm told that things will be noticeably better, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna work hard. Have we tried the one with Dr. Mike? Yeah, I was muddling through that earlier. I think I said I need some more time with that pack to dial it in right. That's the thing with captures though, guys. If you're finding you have to work with them too much, if you guys are seeing my screen right now, so see if I'm on this particular the amp profiler portion of this, I'm not talking about the instigator here. All of these controls here are useful from all the way through. This is a different story. This is not part of NAM. But inside any profiler, whether it's NAM or Kemper or Tonex or whatever, anything that's a profiler or that you're playing profiles or captures, doesn't matter. You pick one. Anytime you're having to use the center brain, we'll call it. In this case, it's the amp profiler, NAM. Anytime you feel the need that you're having to move from anywhere between, let's say, 4 to 6. 4 to 6 is about all the dialing you're going to want to do on this. This is not like a regular amp or even like the instigator up here. The instigator, you can use all this value right here. This is all workable value. But this down here, when it comes to actually using these controls, if you're finding you need to go and do any more work from like 4 to 6, if you have to do more work than that, find a different capture. Find a different. Because honestly, it's like with any of these, I honestly compare it every time to Photoshop. Doing a profile or a capture is like taking a picture of the signal chain through the chain. That's what you're doing. You're taking a picture, a still frame of exactly what that signal chain is wired in, how it's wired, how it's set. Everything in that signal chain is now captured into that capture. And it's like a picture. As a capture is like I said, it's like taking a picture. It's a photograph. When you're using too much of that center brain, it's like you're using too much Photoshop on an image. It starts to degrade the authenticity. It starts to get a little fake, just like pictures. When you put too much Photoshop on a person, they start looking fake. It starts looking like a plastic doll. When you start making too many moves with this, it starts to sound uncharacteristic to the profile, to the analog gear it's the capture or the profile is intending to emulate. Okay, I don't know if that's too wordy there, but basically the more movements you make, the more fake it can sound, and you're not going to get the desired effect. So my thing would be just to, sock coming off, I would go and take a few minutes and just find a profile or a capture that's more suited to what you're after. All right, so let's go to another pack now. After doing some, I figured something out, actually. I had a friend of mine who is one of our viewers who had some issues with one of the Oracle sound packs, and it was that pack, and I think I figured out the issue he was having. I think he probably contacted Jay over at the company as well, but interesting. I have a thought. So lead 6505 plus, let's see what we have here. This is a prime candidate for the instigator. Yeah, prime candidate. Wonderful. Wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Wonderful. See right there, I'm only moving a little bit. I think on this, if you're moving any more than like say around 6, maybe 7 max, find a different profile. Or rather than raise the treble in the amp profile or what I would do instead is maybe just raise it a pinch here and then also instead activate the aggravator here and then use the sparkle, because without it, it sounds like this. Turn it on, turn up the sparkle, and suddenly it's... I'm going to take the low end down from the stack here. Nice. Man, that's beefy. So beefy. Whoop, whoop. How's the fuck is everybody doing today? I'm having a great day. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day as well. I nuked yesterday's stream just because, like, there's just a few scenarios where I was just way too over negative because some people can say a certain I'm going to try to be get less triggered and baitable. I'm not usually baitable by rage bait, but when people mention a certain we'll call it a not subhuman. When people mention a certain company, it makes it very difficult for me to stay positive in the moment, if you know what I mean. Oh! So I was watching some of it back yesterday, and I'm like, good God, what a whiny old man. I'm just gonna fucking nuke this shit. That's the beauty part. I know people that are like, oh man, why'd you nuke the stream? You might blah, blah, blah. They bitch when it's like a conspiracy or it's some sort of thing. And then they go straight to Reddit. Why did the guy, like, we're talking about popular YouTubers when they delete a stream or delete a video. Oh, why'd they delete it? Oh, everybody's fucking panicking about everything. It's like overanalyzing. Maybe it's just because they didn't like it. Maybe they created it, let it be online for a week, watched it back a few times and said, this fucking sucks and I don't like it. And they deleted it. That's their right. I saw that about, I think it was about Donut Operator before. He had deleted 2 videos. And there was this massive thing on like Reddit. He had come back and said, look at all this shit. And everybody like speculating that he had been like, had been banned or had videos removed and finally like lost his channel. And then he just turns out he was like, nah, they just didn't turn out the way I wanted them. It's just the way she go. This is fan-fucking-tastic. This is the, this is from the Kill Switch pack. This is the end of Tonex pack. Oh! As the fucking turbo puns. Turbo puns! Cobra. As you guys are aware, we have release at Aurora DSP based on the Cobra as well. And that's also been getting some pretty sweet, well, I'm not going to call it reviews necessarily. It's just some really good feedback from creators I've been working with. What you talking about? This is my sus fest. This is my sus face right now. It's quite dark. It's quite dark. Let's dial that back. And I've got the sparkle way up. This one's kind of dark. I don't know if I'm feeling that one. I feel like that one, was that one intended to be really, really dark? Or is that like part of the like recording where they use like something really bright and something really dark in the quad track? Because I can see that being a thing. Yeah, absolutely. I will. I always check my stream right after an email. I've heard really good things about RME, but unfortunately that stuff is out of my price range. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, unless you're a professional, guys, I mean, some of these interfaces, you got to be careful. There are affordable ways to sound really good at home. And there are amateur, there are entry level, then it goes to beginner, then it goes to intermediate, then it goes to affordable, like best bang for buck, like affordable but premium but affordable, we'll call it. And then it goes into premium, then elite, then exorbitant fucking $10,000 monitors and shit. Like, for me, all I think anybody would really need was a set of Atom Audio T7Vs or a set of Yamaha, I think they're called TS7s. Okay, so T7Vs from, I think it's, yeah, Atom Audio, sorry. And I think it's called the TS8s from Yamaha, or TS7s rather from Yamaha. And those are going to set you back. You could even find decent used prices on those particular monitors. Those are going to be in that affordable but still premium range that, in my opinion, everybody should start here with one set in any of these areas and then jump straight to affordable premium. Because it's like most of this stuff is all roughly the same quality and most of it is rounding off a lot of your quality. Okay, now we're going to interfaces. The same thing applies. Interfaces, going with something that is on that affordable but premium location. I know there are like a lot of these YouTubers that have got like under I mean, I'm sorry, but if you're a YouTuber and you've got under 1,000 subscribers like myself, I mean, is there really do you really need, unless you're operating a full studio, like you're an actual studio and you actually have need for it, but I don't understand why I see these super crazy expensive universal audio interfaces. And then you see them in these videos. It's so strange because you'll see that universal audio, that, you know, the one knob, it's sitting right there on the desk. And then you see KRK monitors that are in this range. So you're looking at an interface that's like $1,500 to $2,000 and up. And then you're seeing monitors that are worth about $400, and then a guitar that's worth like $8,000. It's very strange to me that there are certain things that, in my opinion, you just have to go straight to that premium, affordable premium range if you really want to hear the quality of everything in your signal chain. Because if you're starting with a universal audio, it doesn't matter what you're starting with. If the end of your chain, like your headphones or your monitors, are the worst quality, it does not matter how good your interface is, in my opinion. It really doesn't, because your monitors and your headphones, etc., are rounding off those frequencies that you're not hearing, so you can't really mix them properly because you're not hearing them, because these are rounding off frequencies with the quality and everything else. So In that premium range, that premium affordable range, you're going to hear most of the things you need to hear. And the quality is going to be good enough to get you by for being a home producer, home guy, home girl, home whatever. You're at home, you're doing your own producer thing. You're not running a professional studio. You're just at home doing your thing. Hey, if you've got the money for a Universal Audio everything, sure, go for it. If you've got 10 grand or however many thousands of dollars it would cost you to outfit your studio with the best of the best. And if that's what you want to do, by all means, go for it. But if you're trying to save money, you're trying to go, you're looking for the best bang for the buck. And I think most of us AmpSim users, I went to say universe and users at the same time. Most AmpSim users, the average AmpSim user is on probably your average budget. You know, most of us these days, let's be honest, most of us these days are looking for ways to save money and cut costs as opposed to adding new ones, right? So when it comes to certain things, I believe that you can skimp, like plugins, for example. You can get by on freeware plugins, but you cannot get by on really low quality monitors. That's the weird thing about it. You don't have to go and spend money on anything. You can get NAMM Universal for free, and you can head over to Tone 3000. You can head over to the former Tone Hunt and get yourself a whole fucking pant load. You could spend a week on that site downloading captures after capture after capture, recording with it, doing all kinds of fun stuff. But as long as you have decent quality monitors and headphones so you can hear everything. But if you could have the best, you can go and buy every Neural DSP plugin you want, every Oracle Sound profile capture pack, everything, all the highest quality. You could have an $8,000, $10,000 custom guitar with the best pickups imaginable. And at the end of the day, if the end of your signal chain or the start of your signal chain are really low quality, all of this other money that you're spending is completely 100% irrelevant. So before anything, get yourself a premium affordable set of monitors, a premium affordable interface, and maybe, if possible, also a premium affordable set of headphones. This might run you, you might spend, let's ballpark it all. To get started, I know this is a crazy number, but let's ballpark this in US dollars here for a second. You could budget for around $1,500 US. And why do that though? Why do that? Why not just go with the cheapest? You want to start with the cheapest possible, that's fine, no problem. But when if at any point you really want to hear all the plugins you're buying, and if you're starting to spend $150, $150, $150, $120, $90, $120, and then if you're going and upgrading your guitar before your monitors and your interface, this is kind of a dad talk of how to kind of work around it. But I've been working on a budget for a long time. And I've learned that certain things cannot be cheaped out on and certain things can. And you can make do with certain things and find workarounds. But with certain things, like, you cannot find a workaround for cheap monitors, cheap headphones, and a cheap interface. You just can't. And your signal chain will suffer on some level. So if you find out you're out there and you have entry-level stuff, there's nothing wrong with entry-level stuff when you're entering things. But if you notice you're starting to spend a lot of money on plugins and you're buying nicer guitars and you're wanting to upscale, you're going to need to buy some new monitors, some new headphones, and probably a new interface. But you don't have to go and buy the top of the top of the top. Okay? But you also don't just want to go and buy what's hyped and what you see in other videos. Do your research. And when I say do your research, I don't mean go, and this is just using an example. I'm not even going to use a company example. Don't go to your favorite AmpSim developers user group and say, hey guys, what's the best studio monitors? That's annoying, and you're in the wrong place. You just went to a bar and asked, hey guys, what's the best cat food for my cat? Somebody in the bar might know what a good cat food is, but why don't you go to a fucking pet store and ask instead? That's the thing. If you want to know where the best monitors are at, find forums and user groups that talk about monitors and talk about real things like that. Instead of hearing from the random guy that just went out and bought his second set of entry-level monitors and they're slightly better than the first ones, and now he thinks those are the best ones on the market, when in reality they're still down here. Go to the right places to ask the right questions, you will get the right answers, and you will buy the right things and save the right money. Fair? All right, break! Yes. Oracle Sound also hit it. Is one thing you cannot buy, and we see a lot of it. How many people have we seen on various forums, Rig Talk, throwing around money when they have very little ability? They never showcase their playing. They never showcase their songs. They showcase their gear and the things they buy all the time, but they don't actually showcase their songs, how they play, and things of that sort. So I've always found that kind of, the bravado is funny. It's like having a supercar, but only having, like, never having driven anything above like a Honda Civic. I've got a supercar, but I can't really drive it faster than 50 miles an hour because it scares me. You know, like, that'd be me. I don't want a supercar. I'll stay my ass out of the wheel of that thing. All right, Brain Dead, nice to see you. Chatting it up. Sorry, guys, let me go back here. 10 people in the house. Nice to see everybody today. Some of the tones are dependent on leads. That's cool. I appreciate that. Thank you. No Apollo here. No, I mean, the Apollo would be cool. I would love to own one. But I'm really happy with the Persona stuff, man. Like, the Persona stuff is legit. Now that most of the plugins are native now, like, the plugins are no longer, they don't really have, like, sure, I guess there are still Universal Audio only plugins out there, but all the ones, sorry guys, I'm not sitting here flexing, my arm is sore. But nonetheless, sorry guys. Yeah, like, guys, I understand that I'm holding like a PGM 301, but this thing was worked when I got it. There are dents in this guitar there were scratches and scrapes on this guitar. I've done things to this. There's soldering burn marks all over the back of it. You know, like, this guitar was not in the best of shape when I got it, but it was the only way I was going to own my dream guitar. This was my dream guitar for a very long time, and I own it now, and I will be buried with this guitar or cremated with it. So it was worth it for me. The only way I was ever going to get my hands on one was to find one in not so great condition with some character, if you will. So yeah, if I was to sell this thing right now, sure, I could probably still get a good dime for it, but it's not going anywhere. But most of the instruments I have in there, you guys are very well aware, are very affordable instruments, minus the Meinzinger and the Gilbert. Everything everything that I have in my guitar stable over there is like sub $1,000. Pretty much all of it is sub $1,000 instruments, and it's all about the setup, the pickups, and just getting things, keeping things maintained. But the setup and the pickups are also hugely important. The electronics are hugely important. So if you buy like an Ibanez RG is the best possible thing I could find. The best possible thing that I could find. Example rather is that those guitars have amazing necks, awesome fretwork. They're built for war. And they're super moddable, and they're moddable cheap. So you can go get a new set of tuners. You can go find an RG on your local marketplace for probably $200 or $300, and then put not so much. You wouldn't even have to put a lot of money into them. Then they play amazing. Set them up properly, and they are just good to go. The most reliable and solid playing guitar on the earth, in my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think there's anything more reliable, moddable, and more affordable, best bang for the buck, playability, feel, and all. I don't think there's anything ever created that's better than the Ibanez RG for that. So, anyways, this is one of the last packs. We are going to be seeing ourselves out of here pretty soon, soonish. Does this also have a different? Oh, I see. I went to the wrong pack anyway. Let's go to the EVH3. Ahoy, hoy. I don't have no idea how to play that song. Although I will say that a member of Killswitch Engage is married to a woman from my city. I'm not going to say which city or which woman or which member, but there is a member of that band that when they played here in my town, met his wife in my city when they played here the first time, and it was pretty. That's pretty fun. That's kind of interesting. You would tell that story as well. Not going to say which person, but there is a human being that is married to one of the people in that band, and so I've had an opportunity to meet them a few different times, and had a chance to have beers with Adam D at my former stomping ground bar that I did a lot of concert promotion in. So I can kind of sleep. It's one of those memories that I sleep nicely with. I was also able to one of my best friends. I was also able to bring him backstage and meet his idol, like his drumming idol, which is like super fun. Because I got to be there and like kind of watch the whole thing and be like, oh, Hercules, this is fun. Look at this. He's getting to meet his drum. Yeah, look at him. So that's pretty fun. For those of you out there, they're so approachable. I would imagine a lot of people in the stream right now probably have met Killswitch or probably have a drinking story with somebody in the band. They're very approachable. Tyler Jared James Nichols plays an Les Paul that came back from a tornado. Yeah, he plays a lot of guitars that have been that looks like they've been through some things. He's got a plugin. We haven't tried it out yet. I keep meaning to, but I haven't. And I've seen for a company like Blackstar, they've put out 3 plugins that have almost no demos. They've done 0 artist relations, 0 reach out campaigns or blitzing, nothing. Even I haven't even really seen demos by the artists. Like, I don't know. It's very strange to me that they've put out these plugins. I don't know who developed them for them. Whether it was maybe it was Line 6 or maybe it wasn't. I know who it wasn't. I know a couple companies that definitely did not do it, that do subcontracting. But anyways, they obviously paid somebody a good amount of money to do those plugins. And then, yeah, they just, are they good? Like, I would love to do them, but every time I try to reach out to Blackstar, it feels like I just take an email and throw it down a black hole because nobody gets back to me. I've emailed them a few times, so I guess I'm just gonna. I know they have free trials, so maybe I'll just have to do the free trials, and we'll fire up a stream with them and see what the big deal is. I think they have another plugin coming soon of the new. Is it the St. James 100 watt, something like that? You're seeing Disturbed and Megadeth? Mark Swarbrick. That reminds me. Damn it. That was the one thing I wanted to do, is get your new stuff in a stream. That's going to be one of the next streams, guys. The next NAMM stream we do is going to be using some of Mark Swarbrick's stuff that I have not tried, which is, by the looks of things, a lot. I'm going to go and get... it really depends, though. I have to go and get is there a new account, or do I just have to log into... Toad 3000! Yeah, I am. I'm good. Don't worry. It's a thing we do. Do I have to go get an account there and get on my 3D glasses for that crazy logo they have? Let's go look at that logo again. I don't really care if this gets back to the people from this page or anything like that, because this logo, who made this decision? Who made this decision? Who made the decision to make it 3D colors? Because that hurts my eyes. I don't want to look at it. Again, it reminds me of looking at a No Fear shirt in the 90s. It's just like, what? Why are you fucking with my eyes? I just want to punch you in the back. The fucking shirt, like, if you can read this, you're an asshole, or something like that. You're just like, fuck did you say to me, shirt? Anyways, Mark, if you're curious, Mark here. What? Oh, it's all one. I forgot. What? What do you mean? Are you not on here anymore? You were on here last time I was on here, literally. Last time I was on here, quite literally. Were you banned? Did you do something bad? I'm just kidding. Nobody gets banned on here. Helga B. That's another amazing creator, guys. Right here. This fella right here. Helga B. We finally got in touch with this fella. And holy fuck, he's got lots in here that you're going to want to check out. And he also loves cats. And I got mad respect for anybody that loves cats as much as I do. He loves animals as much that he's going to put them in all his like little photos and stuff here. That's pretty sweet. I don't understand though, man. Why would you just whatever, man. I have an Ibanez RG370 for $99 in cash converters, and it's got DiMarzio pickups. The shop definitely priced it wrong. Yeah. Where's this? Somebody get on that. The site is going down the drain, but I was just here and I just looked for his stuff, but I just can't remember how I found it now. What about Mark? Let's just look up Mark. Oh, Slammin' Mofo. There's another high quality creator. This stuff is insanely accurate, folks. This is, we just haven't done this. We haven't done it. I'm going to have to go through here this weekend. I'm going to download literally everything that interests me, and we are going to have a blowout next weekend. I can picture it. Rick, right now, there are people saying, or thinking, fuck, I don't want to do that. That sounds awful. Can you stop? Stop with the NAM stuff already? Can you just show us more Neural DSP, Misha? No. I spelt it properly, and it still said you weren't there. Man, this is some bullshit. Anyways, this is Mark's stuff. He is in the chat currently. This is the stuff he has available here. Suicidal Tendencies Anniversary Preamp Pedal. Wonderful. Fortin Hex Drive. Crate Blue Voodoo. Oh, Mark, you have been busy, sir. You have been busy, and I am all interested in what you have been busy with here. Well, we're going to have to do the... Guys, we have some work. We have a stream. I might even have to do another one tonight or tomorrow. I think we have to do 2 tomorrow. Holy shit, they have well, no, this is actually technically my first amp. The Fender, the PV Backstage Plus. I had this amp. My mom bought it from the guy who lived in the apartment upstairs, and he used it for keyboard. And I purchased this. My mom purchased this amp from him for what I believe was probably a little bit of free rent or something. Dude, like he played like church organ and shit. Anyways, one of the first amps I ever had. The first amp I ever had was a Rage 158. This was the second amp I ever had. What I really wanted was the PV Bandit though, the Teal Stripe PV Bandit. But this was the second amp I ever had was that one right there. Eventually, I got the Bandit, but that was the last amp my parents bought me. But what I mean is, this is the amp that I wanted when I wanted the Bandit. Got this one, and admittedly, it didn't really work out the way I wanted, but it was kind of loud. And it worked for a metal zone that I had plugged into it, so it was pretty sick. And we have, wow, Mark has been very busy. Could not be more excited. Oh, the Teal Stripe Bandit. Very excited. So one of the next streams, we are going to be Mark Swarbricking it up. And instead of bricking it up with like Tonex or something, there will be no supporting of Tonex here. Not until they get it, until they make it to where it doesn't sound like cardboard boxes. As long as NAM sounds 100 full times better than Tonex does, and NAM is free and Tonex is not, there's nothing to talk about. If one day Tonex sounds better than NAM, then we have something to talk about. But until, as of right now, the Rig Player, NAM, Tone Hub, and there was another one I'm looking for here. The Rig Player, Tone Hub, NAM, and there's basically every platform that uses profiles and captures right now sounds better than Tonex. But because Tonex has the marketing, Tonex has the manufacturing, IK Multimedia has that manufacturing all way set up way a long time ago. So it's real easy for them to just pump out those pedal turds. Turd, 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 turd. Look at the fallen turds. Everybody, it's all turds. Look at it. Go to the Tonex website. They've gone crazy. It's all turds. I'm telling you. As long as they're, and what somebody needs to do is capitalize on NAM and put NAM into, I know the dime player is awesome, but somebody needs to come up with something that's in more of a mass-produced, even import-produced way of, somebody needs to just buy the schematic for the dime player off that guy, pay him whatever he wants, go manufacture it, and smoke Tonex. Absolutely destroy it and crunch it into the dirt and then completely move along with its day. That's what it would do. So that's my view on Tonex. I will not support it here unless it at some point becomes better than any of those other profiles. Any of those other platforms. It's not. So why are we talking about it when there are all these other platforms to talk about? Why are we talking about Tonex? Anyhow, you guys can discuss that. Sorry, didn't realize you were in here, Mark. I'm back and forth with kiddos. Yes, Bo is a very busy man these days. Thank you for being here, everybody. I really appreciate your time. I am going to get out. I'm going to peace out now. I appreciate everyone being here. It's been super fun. Thank you so much to Jay. And by the way, that I don't think that code will be, I'm not sure how long that code's going to be good for or not. But I will tell you right now that get in there, grab something with the code AMP. I don't even know what the code is at the code. Can you want to repeat the code? Is that okay? If you could repeat the code, that would be, or retype the code just one time. Guys, use the code over at Oracle Sound's website and grab something. My full review is that everything I tried today was super fun. I found a couple of the captures to be, like he said, just a little bit more, just more specific tools. Maybe a couple of them are a little too dark. One of them seemed to, that was it. There was a couple of them here and there, and there was like 7 or 8 packs that we had there, plus the Vic audio pack that we tested the other day. We were also, as I'm just sort of finding out, I kind of just forgot in that moment. I knew I was testing Vic's pack, but I completely forgot that Oracle, I may have mentioned it in the stream, but yeah, make sure you check out that Vic audio pack because that is one of the factual best packs and some of the best work I've heard. Oracle Sound, also fantastic work. Mentioned the other day, Strange Angles, fantastic work, and Loudstack and our boy Ron, fantastic work. So all 3 of those companies, if you're looking for NAM captures that are real deal, elite, absolutely amazing stuff, you can buy with confidence from all of these companies, stamped and approved, notarized. Boom, absolutely notarized. Yep, absolutely, Ton. I'm all over it. I will be here tomorrow, 4:30-ish, with Audified's Multi-Drive Pedal Pro. That is, you guys can go familiarize yourself with that plugin if you'd like. It's a bunch of stomps in a box, in one box, and it's an older plugin that I used relentlessly back in the day, and they discontinued it for a while, and then it came back. I was very excited that it came back because I wasn't sure it was ever going to come back. So we're going to be testing that with our very favorite amp sims, plus a couple of user-suggested amp sims as well, rather viewer-suggested amp sims. And then we will gather next weekend for a bunch more NAMness when we go over just all the random shit that I am about to go and download in my first real solid trip through Tone 3000. I will admit I have not. The logo drives me a bit nuts, and the site is a bit harder to use. And maybe I was just being a whiny bitch and rebelling for a little while there, so I didn't use it as much as I probably could have. So right now, when I get off here, I'm going to do a little bit of stuff, and that's going to be part of it. I will compile some things for next weekend, and it will be fun. For you wrestling fans out there, enjoy your SmackDown this evening, and it should be an interesting weekend. Lots of fun sports and other things happening. So enjoy your weekends. I will be here, and I will see you then. Cheers and thanks, everybody. Hit subscribe, like, and we'll see you next time.
To pay our share, the time